This video is brought to you by Ageless Geeks.
Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka Batbomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the Mezco 112 Collective, Mezco Direct Exclusive, Vigilante Daredevil from the Netflix series. Now, taking a look at the front, we can see that the figure is showcasing your standard Mezco box, with the Netflix Daredevil emblem at the center, and the Mezco Direct Exclusive sticker on the top right. Turning the box around, we can see some really cool artwork from the series. So with the box out of the way, let's crack this figure open and see what we have inside. And here is Daredevil out of the box. And what a really cool and unique figure from Mezco. I am super stoked that someone has finally produced this version of Daredevil in action figure form, and he does not disappoint. He is a really cool figure that might have a few issues here and there, but overall he's still pretty badass, and I cannot wait to check him out with you guys. But before we take a closer look at the figure, let's take a closer look at his accessories. So Daredevil does come with an okay amount of accessories. Starting off, he comes with 2 interchangeable head sculpts, 2 batons, and 3 pairs of interchangeable hands. And lastly, he also comes with a circular base stand with the Netflix Daredevil logo printed atop. He also comes with a clear, articulated arm that articulates at 4 points with the clip. So with the accessories out of the way, let's take a closer look at the Netflix Vigilante Daredevil. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at Daredevil. Now this is pretty dope because I think this is the first company to really make this version of Daredevil in an action figure like this. So I think it's the only company to do so, so pretty cool. Love the Daredevil movies, or show, excuse me. And this looks really, really good. Okay, so first and foremost, we're going to start off with that head sculpt. I think it looks killer. Now I do wish it had a little more of a 5 o'clock shadow. That's just from my personal preference, but I think it does look great. And I love how you can kind of see like the shape of the nose and the eyebrows and things, or the brows and things like that, under the mask, which looks really good. And there's this really nice texture all throughout the mask, which looks really nice to give it that more fabric feel, even though it is plastic. And even turning to the back, I love how the sculpt of the wrap is, how it just kind of drapes down like a bandana. Looks really nice, and I do like it a lot. Now we also do get a second head sculpt, which is more of his beat up head sculpt, and I like this one a lot because it has the snarling teeth and the kind of blood dripping down. And yeah, man, I dig that because the Daredevil Netflix show was very brutal, and he was constantly getting jacked up, so something like that is a great addition to that, and I almost kind of wish it was a little more beat up, but either way, still very, very cool. So the head sculpts can just interchange. They do unpeg at the neck, and you can take the other head sculpt like that and pop that on like so. Just want to get the bandana out of the way and do something like that. So very cool. I love how we have the different options. Again, I just kind of wish we had a more of a 5 o'clock shadow. Everything about the suit is pretty simple and pretty basic for the most part, and that's how it should be. A simple black with there. It's got some red lining throughout the suit, the front and the back. Some nice black pants. We got a white. This is supposed to be like I think this is supposed to be like a zipper right there, since it's got more like almost like cargo pants. We got really, really nice boots at the bottom there. Those look really good. Nice tread at the feet. Love that a lot. The fabric just feels very well done. Nice gunmetal on the belt. And his little holster for his batons look really, really good. I love the forearms here, how they have that texture, this rubbery type texture. The hands look really good. Dig all of that, man. That's just so cool. Now, one thing I will complain about this figure, and it's kind of a nitpick, I kind of wish he came with the wraps around the forearms like he wore in the final season of the show. I feel like it's missing that. Now, I say that especially because if you look here at the back of the box, he's actually wearing the wraps on the packaging. So why not give us those actual wraps or something like that for different display options? You know, that's one thing that kind of, I would say sucks about this particular figure is the lack of accessories, and sometimes Mezco can be hit and miss with that kind of thing. This is definitely a miss in that regard as far as accessories go. I understand why, but I really do wish they had came with those wraps so we have the different display options. So that's just me. That is a nitpick. But overall, everything else about this character looks really, really good. Okay, so as far as his accessories go, I've already shown you the 2 different head sculpts. We also do get 3 pairs of interchangeable hands, so we do get a set of closed-fisted hands. Those are the ones that come packaged in the box. We do get some more open palm hands with more loose fingers. Those are for more stylized posing and things like that. Then we get 2 gripping hands for holding his batons. Now we do get the 2 batons right here that are able to holster on his leg pouch like that, so we can take those. And they're pretty decent. You know, they're nothing crazy, just pretty like simple wooden batons. They almost kind of have like this wood grain feel like and look to them, which is pretty nice. And we can stick those in the hands like so. Get those in there like that. And there you go. Now you have him with his baton weapons. And he does hold them really good. I like that a lot. He holds them nice and tight. And I dig it, man. That's just very, very nice. Really, really cool. Also, we get the Netflix Daredevil logo like that as far as the stand goes. I love that a lot. And then with that clear articulated arm for more like the flight poses and things like that, which I will most likely be doing with this figure because, hey, it's Daredevil, dude's an acrobat and a freaking ninja. And yeah, just very freaking cool, man. I love this a lot. So, you know, that's really it for the accessories. He doesn't come with a whole ton of stuff. And that's what I mean. Like, that's one area that sometimes Mezco can really drop the ball or hit a massive home run. So yeah, I just kind of wish he came with extra stuff, but what he does come with is pretty good. Alright, so now let's check out his articulation. This is Daredevil. He's supposed to be fairly agile, so let's see what we got here. So the neck peg is on a ball joint just like so, rolls all the way around, pivots side to side, turns left and right, looks up about that far, and down about that much. Arms can go all the way up and even further back if you really want to. The stretchy material right here is really, really nice. All the way up about 90 degrees right there, down. No butterfly joint. I wish there was a butterfly joint, but it's nothing too terrible. Only a single bend at the elbow. I know that bothers a lot of people. Doesn't really bother me, but I get it. And yeah, it's a little disappointing. Rotation at the wrist as well as a hinge at the wrist. We get a double ball peg. Let me see. It's hard to figure this out right here, but there is a double ball peg that goes into his chest and into his crotch area. So that rolls around a bit, does swivel left and right, pivot side to side, crunches back and forth. Not a whole lot, to be honest. That's probably my biggest issue as far as the articulation goes, that I wish he had a better ab crunch. So, is what it is. Hip joints can kick forward that much, back about that far. Can do the splits. You know what, I should take these off because those are kind of hindering that. The splits about that much, rotation in that upper thigh, a double jointed knee, which works very nice, rotation at the boot, a ball joint at the ankle here, so that rolls all the way around left and right, up and down, and a decent ankle rocker. So the articulation is okay, not great, not what you would hope for a Daredevil figure, but not terrible. It's not great, it's not terrible. It's kind of just okay. But still, I think this is a great piece to add to the collection. If you're a giant fan of Mezco figures, you're a giant fan of the Netflix Daredevil series, then this is one that you would definitely want for your collection. So for a quick size comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool figure, as well as a DCUC Batman figure. And for your Mezco comparison, here he is standing next to the 112 Collective Homecoming Spider-Man and Yellow Daredevil figures. And just for fun, here he is standing next to a little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the Mezco 112 Collective Mezco Direct exclusive Netflix Vigilante Daredevil. Now overall, I think this is a pretty cool piece for the most part. It's so unique in the fact that this is the only figure you can get of this particular version of Daredevil, and we probably won't be seeing a whole lot of them. This is just a very unique action figure, and I think Mezco did a great job. Now I do have some complaints that he lacks accessories. I wish he came with some forearm wraps. I do kind of wish he had more stubble on the face, maybe even a little more beat up. Just something really lacks here, and that's what's kind of getting to me. He does require better articulation, which he is lacking, but that's okay. I still think he's a very cool figure, and I think you would absolutely love him for all of your collections. And if you're on Facebook, head over to my group, the Mezco 112 Collective Collectors, for all kinds of Mezco goodness. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.